All right, there we go. I think it's working now. Great. This is the second recording because at the very beginning of my first, when I was doing it in AFK mode, or not AFK mode, when I was doing it in this little fucking stupid menu that we're doing right now, it decided to say fuck you and then fucked off essentially. So that was fun. But yeah, welcome. I got a lot of different things I wanted to bring up, but first things first. A second, that's not cool. Control Z, thank you. Apparently it's having a gasm right now. I wonder which one it's currently loaded on. Oh, fucking course it's this one. Oh, why can't you just stop, you fuck? It always does the first file project bullshit. It doesn't let me just grab the next one just so I could just do this. But we'll move our stuff around here for a minute while we're doing this. But we'll have Homestuck currently up. On the recording, on the other hand, we are just going to be drawing, so it won't be super important, but we'll try to keep up with just reading, since that's what I said I wanted to do. But yeah, let me go ahead and pop that up for a minute here while we're doing this. Let's see, could it be, it might be, yeah, unofficial Homosuck collection. Asset pack, no. Must be this one. Ah, there it is. Application, please and thank you. I keep forgetting that there's an updated version of it, which only corrected like maybe one thing. It corrected like a small thing, fixed nudity censorship. But that's it. It just like changed one thing. But I'm scared to like change it. I don't want to change it because I'm scared to like change it. But yeah, give me a second while we're doing this. So what we'll do here is we'll go over to my window. We should actually just show off what's happening right now, just so that we can have a really clear idea of what's happening. Since not very many of you can see at the moment. Let's see if we can share our screen. I want to share this screen, but I kind of hate how it doesn't show everything I want it to. Very annoying. But yeah, we'll go over here. We'll show you this. So basically, what we're going to do here real quick is we are going to go over and just change the window capture specifically to my art. And then, in case any of you ever wanted like a little sneak peek of what's happening, we'll have... Oh, shit. Can we Control Z that? Yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll change it to that. Come back here. We'll like, we'll do like something like this, probably in like the fucking corner, so it's not in the way particularly. You'll see that you'll see me be drawing on that, and then what we're going to do is background change that guy. If it would let me show the project file, please and thank you. We will change that to the unofficial Homestuck collection. I don't want to see if it actually works on the game capture or if it's a background capture that we have to change it to. We'll see. Oh yeah, we'll click off that. Nope, it's not actually capturing it. Interesting. Then I guess it's not a game capture. How about background capture? Could you do that for me? Thank you. Awesome. Now that's out of the way. We will change the stream over to that. You won't see, personally speaking, you won't see on my stream what I am drawing, but you will see what I'm doing for Homestuck, reading it. And then in and out, I will probably flip between both, just so that you guys can see what I am currently drawing and what I'm not currently drawing. Yeah. So while we're doing that, let's get back on to, you guessed it, the unofficial Homestuck collection. I wanted to originally do this on my birthday, but a lot of shit kind of happened. I stayed up for the whole 24 hours of my birthday and crashed out towards the end. So I missed out on not only that birthday, but I also missed out on the day after and the day after because I still stayed around in my bed. I think I got up for like food, water, and then just went straight back to bed because I was so crashed out. And then literally the next day felt the same way. Like I was just so done and just kind of kept it going. But yeah, there you have it. But we're going to actually get back onto this specifically because I want everybody to know real quick that this is where it's at. This is, for anybody out there who wants to know, they've been doing some updates here and there on Homosuck, but it's still bad. It's still a broken piece of shit. And I don't really like the big guy. I don't like what's happening and who's in charge of it at the moment. So we will, at this very moment, let you guys know right now, this is a massive story of one creator and his many fans, and they kind of went back and forth. At the beginning, they went back and forth, kind of like a whole D&D session to play it. But his original adventure started off with Jailbreak, Bard Quest, and eventually Problem Sleuth. And I'm not kidding with all of them. It was like crazy advanced with Problem Sleuth. And then, of course, there's like other stuff that he's done, like old comics, An Offer You Can't Refuse, which is just bad advertisements. And then, of course, other creators similar to him at the time related to that stuff. But yes, you could tell I haven't unlocked everything. And, you know, it kind of plays a little bit like a game. A little bit, where you have to read to a certain point in the page threshold in order to unlock more stuff. So by the time that we actually finish the official Homestuck, it'll give us more material to look at. So it'll be probably music, extra comics, and stuff like that. So again, if the unofficial Homestuck collection is still around, give it a look or try to find it. I bet you there are several places you can try and find it. At the moment, it got taken down by the original creator, who is, you know, a dickhead. And, you know, I think has no grounds to get rid of it. But regardless, here we are. Remember, while we're doing that, I will be definitely fucking recording my shit. I wish that could I actually keep 2 pages open, one for music? I can! Oh, yeah, okay. So here's what we can do. On one page, we can have the music playing, and then on the other, we could, like, we can actually do the thing. So this is nice. I want to make sure this actually works when we're doing this. So let's just take a look at this. Oh. All tracks? No? All artists? All features? I don't think there's... I don't think we have anything. Okay, we do have something. We have Problem Sleuth, and then we're making this happen. I wonder if it'll let me play it.
Sweet bro and hello jazz. 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 Put some stars and give us some day.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Maybe we don't need music. But yes, we're not gonna do, I'm gonna be honest with you, we're not doing beta, because again, the beta was supposed to be like this whole, he went out of his way to do some extra shit for the original stuff, and then just kind of gave up, because it's obviously too much work on Flash, that just, no. Just became a big fat no. Trying to animate every panel is very annoying for the man. And Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff, it's a side comic to the original comic And it's kind of fucking hilarious, and it's just a gigantic shit post. So we're not even gonna bother with that. But here we go. While we're doing that, let me go ahead and pop up my fucking thing. I want to do one thing real quick, which is just... Where is it? I know I have it somewhere. Here we go. Alright. If we're not gonna have that, then I'm gonna probably find some chill beats, chill Homosuck beats while we're doing this. Something, you know, nice while we're reading it. And then again, like I said, I'll be showing off some of the work that I'm doing, but we'll go in between. You'll see. Let's see here. Chill Homestuck beats, please. It also kind of helps a bit with my, you know, homework. No. Here we go. It'll make it very easy for me, just in general too, because of the last video being completely and utterly destroyed, I don't have to sit there and like edit anything, so we'll be fine. Anyways, nope. Back to the beginning. Here we go. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? And remember, every one of the panels is like a suggestion, so it like went to the forum post at the time. Andrew Hussey specifically, he would take the responses from the forum post, and then every panel after, it would always be whatever Andrew Hussey was doing. So it would always be fucking... It always ended up being exactly like a response. And that's kind of how it went, like a DM session. So he would show up, write his thing, and then people would respond, and then he'll take one of those responses, and then use that entire panel, and then make a joke out of it 9 times out of 10. So hence the reason you got Zeusmel Poop Lord. Try again, dumbass. Where's a smartass? Smartass. John Egbert. Ding. Yeah. Yeah, examine the bedroom. Your name is John. And as was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. By the way, I'm just going to go on ahead and say this right now, and I think this is the perfect opportunity and the time to do this, because I'm going to be honest with you, there's already enough out there to date, just from the subject matter on itself. Like, I kind of want to, you know, stick to the material and keep up with it. But let's be honest here, there are already people who do a far better job in terms of reading, and now that they have an animated trailer series thing for it that they're trying to make, I am certainly not in the mood to continue doing this, but this is basically where the real Homestuck is at. They kind of botched it and fucked up, and in my opinion, it's just not good. It could be better. But anyways, I'll try my best here. Yeah. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for the paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. And, you know, hilarious panel aside, the creator, Andrew Hussey, would always draw a lot of his characters without arms, so the joke is that they just gave him an extra pair of arms. But yeah, So nice. You retrieve your fake arms from your chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them in your Silodex. You have no idea what that actually means though. There are no other items in the chest. I believe they'll go in depth with the system. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms, currently capture logged in your Silodex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of Beagle Puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. And 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavery. Or Caveney. Ugh. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. Capture log smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets in one of your capture log cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining. Equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is the verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is currently underneath. One of you, is underneath the one you just used to capture like the smoke pellets. You will have to use the smoke pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you would just make your room, lousy with smoke. Your Silodex fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stacked data structure. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating, but with any help, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. John, examine problem sleuth poster. By the way, that's just gonna take you to a purchasing place for the poster. I don't know if that link still works, but we're not pressing it. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster is one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You will be meaning to hang another poster here soon. Read note on drawer. Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you. The note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershave and colognes. Besides the note is a rolled up poster. Take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. Acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. By the way, for anybody out there who's even remotely fucking wondering, the first chapter is going to be a slog for... I'm going to pause this because I feel like the music for this is definitely... It makes me feel like the jams, like I need to push it, push it. But fucking, just in case anybody here was actually wondering, the entirety of, Homestuck and everything that it stands for and whatnot, at the beginning is the most interactive we're ever going to get with any of the subject matter. Like I'm not kidding when I say this is the most interactive. You're never going to get this more, like, you're not going to get this much interactivity later down the road because he does eventually switch the style. But that also means that a lot of this that you're watching right now is about to become kind of pointless, but it does give you a bit of some perspective down the road because of the amount of slog that you have to go through for just this. Imagine that, but on a constant that you have to deal with this shit, because this is your like system that you have to run with while playing a game or just doing shit in real life. But this is your storage system kind of stuff, so it's like very annoying. It's a very, very tedious and annoying process. It gets far more, by the way, down the road, but you'll see. You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but now all your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails. The capture log, you capture like 4 nails into the top card. and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyways, but you probably don't want to do that again, unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you will do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. This is the dumbest idea you have had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top two cards. The hammer and nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. John, use hammer/nails on poster. Use the hammer and the nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. Nail poster to wall. Such a over-the-top process that did not need to be this hard. You honestly could have just nails, hammer, called it a day, just did the thing. But yeah, also I do remember good old days of when you could just hammer nail your shit onto a wall. You can't do that anymore. The walls are too thin. They're paper thin. Everyone can hear you. Anyways, you use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. John, examine Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box. I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? And it's a YouTube video of like Con Air.
Appears the United States Parole Commission that... Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Put the bunny back in the box.
I knew you was a punk, and I was right. You been playing us all along. You a free man.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Die, punk.
Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
By the way, could you tell how like over the top that shit is? Like fucking Con Air. So they made his teeth like purposely yellow, like they were trying to make him a dickhead. Anyways, Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were the perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. Yeah, we have. Yes, we have. Continuing. Jesus. You mark your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Suburb beta launch. Which, of course, I believe we've already unlocked that. But yes, it's just the same panels, but they're animated and a lot better. Like, they look a lot smoother. But anyways, it's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You have been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. I wonder if I can actually just... Oh, I can. Okay, perfect. I was about to say, I'm like, can I? Is there any way I can actually just, like, skip the pages? Or, like, not skip pages. I mean, fucking click a button to do the pages. I can. Anyways. But yeah, take a look at that. You got the Game Bro magazine. He's got good old Slimer, Typheus, Pester Chum, Fuck, fuck cake. Pff, cake. System. Aug. And then just more shit. Good stuff, though. You pull up your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your PesterChum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. John, open PesterChum. It's kind of funny because his is like, again, you know, April 13. Mine's fucking just same day. It's like not even same date, but it's right there. It's 13 something. It's 13th of December. Some pretty good shit. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Open the message. Oh, shit. Turn tech godhead. Begin pestering ectobiologist at 1613. Kind of funny. The numbers always something to do with 13. It's always 13. Anyways. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? By the way, I'm not going to lie. I can't do Dave's voice for the life of me. And I'm not even going to try. He's just too chill for this world. There are many other voice actors who could definitely do him some favor. I'm looking at you, Voxus. But yeah, this is fucking all shit, Dan. Dude, Dave is probably the best. But yeah, you'll figure it out very quickly. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? Hey, little monsters. Oh, fuck. I feel like I need to give him like a fucking, it's like a little no, like snotty noise kind of, not snotty noise, a fucking like a nerdy voice. But anyways, I got a little monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny. Oh, hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. No, right? Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question, and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen the movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? All I'm saying is, don't you think like Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was like nigh instantaneous. It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cutting and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cared about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get your beta yet? No. Did you? Man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. Or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro? Game Bro is a joke and we both know it. Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now. All right. John, look out window. Good old empty yard with a nice little tire swing. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging there from your tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. John, examine mailbox. I miss these panels. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it is called, is flipped. What the hell is that thing called anyway? It's a flag. You do not have time for these semantics. Yeah, semantics. The little the red flippy lever. I just want to keep calling it anything but what's all like written in text. Sorry. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be there. Here. Damn it. John, go outside and check mailbox. Oh no. His dad is here. You are about to hurry down the stairs. When you hear the car pull into the driveway, it looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. Is he beating? He is beating you to the mail. Forget it and check the mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the tentacular. And now your chum is pestering you again, like clockwork. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude could just hold his damn horses. Done. Examine games on CD rack. But yeah, lets you examine a bunch of stuff. So you can examine Bard Quest. I believe that's a small comic, Cape Havers. I think. You can engage Problem Sleuth. Oh shit! Ooh. Yeah, we don't want to do that again. Is there actually anything for Bard Quest? Oh yeah, no. Let's see. And it don't stop? I believe Jailbreak. Okay, interesting. That it would be stuck like that. Ghostbusters 2, MMORPG, Little Monsters, and then Harry Anderson's Call My Bluff. I love how like crunchy the details are. They're just so fucking like, look at that shit. It's so crunchy. Anyways, John, read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. The biggest fucking this I'm not even kidding you. This book looks like fucking what is it? I'm trying to think of it. It was in the past. I don't know if they still make them now, but I know it's a joke now. Like Guinness Book of World Records, but it just that's what the title or the cover of that looks like, the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know if that was like anything of that sort, had anything to do with it. But anyways, you decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You are not sure you are ready to logjam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. John, capture like fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture like your arms again. John, set Pesterchum's status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pesterchum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This, unsurprisingly, does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. I think they actually still have Pesterchum clients, like, you know, what am I saying here? Not maybe pre-made, or perhaps something else. I'm trying to think of it. I know that people have made clients before. They're not the best. They could be better, but there are still clients, though, that still run around, though they're not as good. They could be better. But yeah, we'll go on ahead and turn that the fuck off. Lower that down. I'm just messing around with my art at the moment. I haven't touched it in a minute, so I thought it would be what a perfect opportunity to, you know, talk a little bit while we're doing this, since we're getting to it. But oh man, okay, good. The dialogue isn't too long. I was about to say, I'm like, honestly, I'm like willing to skip ahead because again, this just takes for fucking ever, and people can already go watch some of this stuff get cut down. It does take away from the magic of it all, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we are here to read, so that's my take. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play it with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time. I'm starting to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything. Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you. Thank you. JK. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out. Stack? What is yours? Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures, I guess. Did you at least allocate your stripe specimens? No. It could free up a card from you. Sorry, it could free up a card for you. Plus, let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle. Which is never. What have you got? Well, I got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specimens. How? I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake. On your bed. This is definitely, this definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You are sure Colonel Sassaker would know how to precisely index, know the precise index of elevated hilarity. There we go. John, allocate hammer to stripe specimens. By the way, there is so many here, but I'm pretty sure that first one is literally just pizza kind. But yeah, we can do a quick like perusal read of this entire thing. Yeah, it looks like, what does that say? Pizza trick? Pizza rack? I think that's pizza. That has to be pizza. I think that's pizza track. Because it like kind of cuts itself off there. But something with pizza in it. Bath kind. Rolling kind. Like rolling pin, I think. Plunger kind. Yo-yo kind. Scissor kind. Paper scissors? What does that say? Paper spray kind? I can't even say that. Chainsaw. That one's easy. Crowbar kind. Broom kind. Poker kind. Ice pick kind. Golf club kind. Hammer kind. I wish the mouse wasn't in the way, but something. I think that one's shovel kind. I don't know what that one is right there. Let's see. Something rope. Probably. I don't know. Propane. I don't know. But it looks like Chet kind. Hatchet. That probably is hatchet kind. Spoon kind. Statue? Structure or statue? I think that's statue kind. Spatula, screwdriver, blade, pistol, lamp, stun gun. I feel like that would be pistol kind too, but I guess stun gun is a different one. Ball kind, rake kind, plank kind, glove kind, fork kind, cane kind, curling iron, chain, knife, table knife, I think that is. Or is that table length? I don't know. Shotgun, needle, peppermill? Peppermill? Is that a peppermill? I don't know what that is. I can't read that fucking good because it's so like stuck in. But that has to be peppermill or something. Dumbbell kind. Oh my god. Hacky sack, vacuum, mop, trophy, fancy Santa. I think that's the fancy Santa kind. Yeah, Santa. Yeah, like fucking, because they cut down the words, so. Cord kind, iron kind, saw kind, cleaver, ice skates, wrench, umbrella, plunger, hose, book, barf, barf. What does that fucking say? Oh, that's ladle. Whoops. Below Santa. I fucking completely missed that one. They don't get me a good zoom in. Damn it. I think that says burst, actually. Burst kind? Because, oh my god, the fucking... If you don't get, like, a zoom in... Can we... I wonder if we can open the image. Give me a second. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, yeah. No, this is far easier. Yeah, I think that's Pepper Hill? Is that an H? I can't tell. I think that's Mill, Pepper Mill. I'll have to look that up. But hey, at least I'm getting a close up of it now. Yeah, hose kind, bust. That's a bust kind. Spade kind, pipe kind. Did a pretty good job of actually doing that. Spatula, statue, spoon kind. Yeah, okay. Nail gun, hair dryer. Look, I think it's lacrosse. Lacrosse stick. I think that's lacrosse stick kind. Yeah. Throwing star, tongs, razor, fire exit, branch, bowling pin, bomb, woodwind, woodwind, woodvine, wood. I think it's woodwind or woodwind. Stapler, rifle, candlestick, paddle, bow, barber wire, dart, marble, pliers, fireworks, chisel, aerosol. That's interesting. Shoe, puppet, fan, brass. I think it's like brass knuckle, maybe, or just brass, maybe something brass. Rock, and then scythe. It's interesting. They give you a fucking list of shit to work with too. Okay. Yeah, you check back the you check the back of your stripe specibus for the kind of abstratus you have in mind for it. You select hammer. Your stripe specibus has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck into your stripe deck. Report progress to TG. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah, okay. That will be your permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. I have no idea. I have no idea. Now that you've got some space for your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience, or present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Yep, read the article. I'm not even going to bother with reading this entire thing, but basically, it's just they didn't play it. They just kind of looked at it and were like, this is a game, I guess, about playing doll and shit. Bye. My bro broke his leg, so I'm gonna just say fuck this. That's it. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capture log magician's hat. You expend your final card on the magician's hat. And you don't have a free card in your Silodex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. Beagle Puss. John, wear disguise to fool Dad. John, who is John you speak of? You are quite certain there never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the card beneath it. Oh, it's because he's wearing it. Anyways, John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall, that's funny enough. I didn't even know that. Anyways, on one wall hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You've always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera. Kinda does. But your dad swears on the many hollowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. Got a very interesting room of harlequins. There are so many harlequins everywhere. Anyways, Oh, that might be somebody important later, but we'll take a look. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be must be the connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker. I wonder if it actually. You owe an explanation? Or we owe you an explanation. December 16th, an important. By the way, this is Wiki. This is literally Wikipedia. Okay. We owe you an explanation. December 16th, an important update for readers in the United States. You deserve an explanation, so please don't skip this 1-minute read. On Tuesday, December 16th, our fundraiser will be over. But we're short on our goal. If you've lost count of how many times you visited Wikipedia this year, we hope that means it's given you at least 2.7 or fucking yeah, $2.75 of knowledge. If everyone who finds Wikipedia useful gave $2.75, we'd hit our goal in a few hours. It's been 25 years and Wikipedia is still free. It's still created by people, not machines, and we don't run ads to put up paywalls because we are not here to make any profit off of your attention. In other words, it is still the internet we were promised. Less than 2% of our readers donate, so if you have given in the past, oh my god. If you have given in the past and Wikipedia still provides you with tooths worth of knowledge, donate today if you're undecided. Remember, any contribution helps. That's funny. Yeah, but they got ads, not even ads. They have their own shit where it's like, please donate $2.75 right now. It's like, okay, cool. Then again, I don't actually know how much of this is like factual because I've always heard people always claim like Wikipedia is not factual, Wikipedia is not factual. But yeah, it's basically just Betty Crocker. That's it. It's a Betty Crocker Wikipedia page. Yeah, anyways. And the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks into high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you can imagine. John, admire Harlequins. You check out the shelf of fanciful Harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes, at night, you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter what it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that is what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace. Damn it. Captured gorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origins holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it. Much as the moon takes liberty of the sun's rays, the moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. I don't know if they did. I don't know if they did. John, toss Game Bro into fire. I love it. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Boy magazine is guaranteed to be printed with on 40% recycled asbestos for big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, finally regard cremation. Or cremation, my bad. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A small bookshelf, a ladder, and a unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ash is everywhere. In retrospect, you mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. Combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. Examine oversized gift. You love how he still hasn't cleaned it up. I don't think he did he? Anyways, champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating that what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at times. Open large present. It's a fucking Harlequin. It's actually pretty cool. I like this. Oh, hell no. Capture log ashes. There you go, John. Attaboy. First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled all akimbo like. That struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. John, capture. Oh, fuck. John, combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you had just used a broom and a dustpan. Put the urn back. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pestitrum is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room. The other side of the rooms. Check Pester Chum. Pretty cool though. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Check message. This time, it's Tentacle Therapist. I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. And you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyway, I still haven't checked on the mail. My dad has it. I'm gonna try and go get it from him. So be right back. John, what? You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No, why would you ever think that? That's so stupid. Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha! And I'm not gonna laugh because I don't want to laugh. I know, John. Go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. John, attach arms to doll. By the way, I'm trying to speedrun this at the moment. I am trying to read it as fast as humanly possible. Because, I'm now thinking about it. Because A, I feel like it'd be a disservice to myself to not. And then B is also just because this is possibly the most boring part of the chapter. It doesn't get any faster than this. Like we are, like this is the slowest it gets. It gets a lot faster down the road, but we're not getting there any faster. So yeah, might as well just get this chapter out of the way before we start schmoving really fast. But anyways, you don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. Brobalone. Oh my lordy. You put it back in the fire where it belongs. His hatred for it is truly awesome. Throw present wrap in the fire. You throw the present wrap in the fire as well. As long as you're cleaning it up. Capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. Creepy crawlies. But, I don't know, man. I've never bothered to actually read. I don't think they even read it either. That's funny. Anyways, you thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Well, I think that's why they didn't go super far with it. Anyways, John, find your dad and retrieve mail. That or I may have forgotten myself, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? Go to the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. John, examine father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, and an April issue of the Serious Gesture magazine, and a stray capture log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. Yeah, I can imagine, because peanut butter is such a good fucking thing. I love peanut butter and jam. Anyways, John, upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. Oh, is there? I don't think there's any GIF. I thought there would be a GIF. You swap the magician's hat. Oh, with the bowler hat. Okay, so that was his hat before. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. Combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though the first one tastes bad enough as it is. You suffer for your... how you suffer for your comedy. John, examine capture log card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your Scylla. John, capture log card. Ugh! John, play Haunting Piano refrain. Yes. Kevin Regamine? Malcolm Brown? I don't really know. Anyways, showtime. The page includes sounds will be processed by S in the command. Oh, okay, we did get it. I think we unlocked it. But yeah, so it looks like as we're going on, we can unlock tracks as we keep playing. But there's a shit ton of good music, but we have to get to those, I think, in this little application. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in a room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. He really hates clowns. John, attempt to leave the house. Nice. They're playing an ecto-cooler at the moment. Some high-C ecto-cooler. You go back to the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into the dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. John, exit. You exit the house. Check the mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scoped by your father. And there you have it. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It is the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passion and increases great ones as the wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. Leave a surprise for the mailman. That's funny. No. See if your father left the mail in the car. Which he definitely did. Also, nice little extra gesture little thing for your car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take the stuff inside. Or take this stuff inside. Don't spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he's so weird. But you can see what's on the table, just beside the window. It looks like the mail is here, include among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. John, go back to the kitchen. You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. John, enter. He was able to detect him instantly. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip your clever disguise. Your dad wields, whatever, a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this. Strife. John, retrieve the package and flee to your room. Abscond. You can't abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You had better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for defense. Beagle Aegis. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. looks like your dad will enjoy the pranksters gabbing on that exchange, as is usually the case. John, capture log pie tin. You take the pie tin and unequip the beagle puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake. Ooh. Then, when two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard! Now's your chance! John, abscond! Your dad is busy placating the smoke detector. You can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you will switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of your Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. John, take package. This red package is addressed to you. John, take envelope. Ah, you got the Suburb Beta, but then you lost the disguise. John, exit kitchen. Get cake on couch. You capture like the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. John, combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? Oof. John, retreat upstairs. No, at least he has more space. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up this mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left of the bathroom. Oh yeah, to the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. John, go to the bathroom and grab a towel. Even his thing has got a little Joker fucking guy on it. Jesus. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in on its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also the spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. Holy shit, he really has dissected this fucking cake. Nice cleanup, too. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. There you go. Retrieve your arms. Wait, retrieve the arms? Or what the fuck? Yeah, retrieve your items. There we go. The items forced on the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. John, go to the bedroom. Also, I don't know if that cake was there before, but damn your father. If it wasn't there, like if it was there during that entire thing, your dad is fast. I don't know if it was there before though. Also, holy shit, your dad makes a fuck ton of cakes, my boy, my dude, my brother, my amigo. John, admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall as a casual shrine to an amazing actor with... Oh, not with. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl, chokes up. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed your latent racism. Damn, you are good. John, check Pester Chum. Oh, nice. And now we have a new person, Gardenostic. Happy birthday, John. Hello? Okay, I'll talk with you later. Leaves. Now here you go. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry flavor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? And then, yeah, now it's idle, but comes back. I discover a comet that is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I'm famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is a unsavory thing to behold. McConaughey sounds like a noise a horse would make. I.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of the clown you've got up hang. It's like, fuck, what the fuck? Pictures of that clown. Yeah, sorry, that clown you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet. Lame. So lame. You don't even like him unironically. Or, fuck, you don't even like him ironically or anything. Or anything. This is, like, for real, isn't it? He just keeps laughing. Jesus. I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. No, what? They're stupid. Which is the joke. The ironic joke. Get it? Wait. You're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. Do you realize they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point? Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under the Suburb beta, so I'll probably open it after I install the beta. Oh man, the beta came? Yeah, I want to play it? No way. Why not? Sounds so hells of boring just to get TT to play. Fuck. It sounds so hells of boring. Just get TT to play it. She is all about that. Where'd she go? Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ, on a sidecar, are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. Open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. Look, a meta reference. Perfect. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typeus web browser and direct it to what is undisputably the most amazing website ever created. Midnight Crew. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Suburb beta. Yeah, now we're starting to kick it up a notch. What the fuck is this? Bone up on your data structures. Yeah, while it's downloading. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer program guides. John, read Data Structures book. Data Structures for Assholes by Bucksmr. Funny Uncle. You ignorant. It's like, your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free French modus on the back. Jesus. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of onery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. John, get free French modus. And now he's got Q. You turn to the back inside the cover where the free fetch modus is, including in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a Q data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of a stack. John, apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items capture logged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on the upper card to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though. Switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if that's even possible. You don't even remember if you've ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find you find this all to be a little abstract, and you'd prefer not to think about it too much. John, put Razor down. Or put down Razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. Pick up 2 items. You capture log one of the cakes. You've finally found a use for these loitering pastries. Loitering pastries. Dead weight. John, get the other cake. Oh, did it launch? Okay, yeah, it did launch. Oh, and it gave him a fucking haircut. You know, I've never noticed that until now, but okay. The second cake causes the razor to launch out the front of your Silodex. Oh, good lord, that beautiful face. Oh, okay, it's that one. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. Good reference. You open your magic chest and capture log one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. There goes the fresh towel. John might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh, god damn it. It's funny. John, open up that package. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packaging tape, though you'll need something sharp to open it. Oh, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't. Get razor. Nice. Pick up the package again. Dude, this fucking Silodex is killing his ass. God. God damn. Let's take it from the top. John, capture log glass shards. Let's see. So he expelled the cake, the book, and then the handcuffs all in one, which just... I think... Did that all just keep going out the window? Jesus. You take the glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Silodex rains devastation on your room from above, and now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. Yep, cake is dealt with, handcuffs are fucked, and there goes the book. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. John, use razor on the red package. You open up the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It's the stuffed bunny! Much like the one held hostage. Oh, nice. Don't move or the bunny gets it. Yeah, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich Cyrus, the virus, while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up on the spot of the burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe and offered to his daughter, a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he wasn't a good man. But he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. John, check status of Superb data. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. John, look at monitor. Let's see. Client has established connection with host. Please enter when ready. John, check PesterChum window. It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm gonna try to connect. Whoa, okay, but I just got the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet. I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. It's Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now. I think it's Homeric. Anyways, what? You don't. Sorry, we don't have to. Oh, sorry, we don't. Fuck. Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here? You are running the client application. I am running the server. So I am the host server. Or I'm the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? John, press enter. And it looks like it's time. I had to draw there for a minute. But yes. Like I said, I'm trying to do both at the same time. But I think this music does get unlocked as we continue going. I think. Yeah, let's see. All tracks. Just taking a look. Yes! Okay, so it does get unlocked. But yeah. It looks like from the tracks timeline, this was at the beginning of when it was first started. So we had Showtime, Harlequin, this time the original mix, and then eventually Suburban Jungle, all done in 2009. And then again, we had Showtime, which is the piano reframe. Harlequin, it's actually the same shit. I guess it must have been reused. We're making this happen. That was such a fucking horrible mix. But yeah, it does look like our tracks get unlocked as we continue reading. So this is why I love this, because you get to just see it for yourself. It's nice. It's a nice unlock thing. Nice. We even have the thing going on here. Whoa. Revise. So this lets us explore just a bit. Actually, I don't even think... Yeah, we can't click anything, but we can highlight over each of these to see what they all say. So we have the select, the revise, the deploy, the Finalia registry, the Gris cache, Explorer, Atheum, and then Alchemy Exorcise. I can't say it. Whatever. Anyways, mouse over the interface buttons. AH, Andrew Hussey. Anyways, select Magic Chest. TT, zoom out. Ah, there it is. Another nice card. A federal fucking mess. Drop chest. On the fucking roof. Jesus. Whoa, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. I'll try to be more careful next time. Get the card. Which it looks like stack and queue, but okay, so okay, so maybe stack got like thrown out, but now he could change between the two, or was stack his original, but he didn't have the fetch modus until now. So I think he was using it originally as it was intended, and then finally got the modus, so now he could flip between the two. Yeah. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either stack or queue modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window for that matter. Which, it doesn't look like it's in front. It might be on the other side. Anyways. TT, select stuff in the yard and move it back into the room. Yeah, it must have been on the other side. Nope. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all the stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it's too far away from you, the player. You cannot select a player. John observes the meddlesome cursor. Select bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. Ah, I like it. Another cute little smile for it. Revise room. Jesus. Can you imagine that? You get to fucking add space to your fucking house? Awesome. Open Finalia registry. Paraphernalia? Or Paranalia? Or Finalia registry? I don't know. Alchemeter. Hold on. I think they scrolled over each one. Yeah, Cruxtruder, Totem Lathe, and the Alchemeter. Deploy the Totem Lathe, which costs 0 grist. Examine Totem Lathe. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. Open grist cache. Looks like you got 16 out of 20 build grist. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe does not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay. What do they do? I think that's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can, as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. It's probably the green package. Yep. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? I will extend the range of my cursor and I can reach the items, which you threw out of your window for some reason. Good idea. What have you been doing in here? What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway? Ugh, I was fussing around with my retarded Celodex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant. John, stand in corner. Hold on a second. Trying to get over his sickness, but I feel like it's coming back. Deploy Cruxtruder. Yay, brought back your items. Going in there. Oh, he's blocking the door. TT, deploy Alchemeter. Pre-punch card. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. The punch design X seems to be 4 of those little purple guys. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What is with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card based alchemy. To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game? That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate. John, get PDA. We're getting close. Serious business, and I'm not even going to bother reading that because I'm going to be honest, that stuff is not that important at the moment. Actually, it's not even important, period. You grab a PDA, switching back to stack modus, so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad used it to keep tabs on various acquaintances, his fellow street performers, maybe?
You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. John, install Pester Chum. On his dad's PDA, nice. This should be useful now that you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house. John, go out to the balcony. Hey, I'm outside on the balcony now. I am messaging from my dad's PDA. The one you threw into the yard? No, I am telling you, it jumped out of my slittix like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I am not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No! Those were all accidents. Please, take your psychobabbery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too? Oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go on ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex? Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I am going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on the balcony. John, examine alchemeter in a cautious manner. Just literally on it. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through the telescope. It is a clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Ah, more build grist. And my stomach is killing me at the moment. Jesus. Whoops. Whoops. What? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope. Gone, investigate. Ooh. Ugh. I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the Cruxtruder? The what? The thing I put in your living room. John, hop down the hole. Nice. You jump down to the utility room. John, get sledgehammer and card. Nice. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your strife specimen. You think it's cool. That things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Nice. It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you and your PDA. John, answer chum. I think this might be, yes, Gardenostic. But yeah, John, did you get my package? Oh, hi. Or, oh, hey. No, not yet. Fuck. Darn, are you sure? It was it was in the green box. Oh, yes, but it is in my dad's car, and he is still out at the store. He should be back soon. Great. So, what are you up to today? I am up to my neck in this suburb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house. Lol, what's suburb? Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what is that? What is what? There is a loud sound outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I will go outside and look. Oh man, alright, be careful, okay? I will. John, might as well check out the Cruxtruder. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door. There was a door there? Yeah? I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now? Tub. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Examine the wheel on the Cruxtruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. TT, put bathtub in driveway. Connection lost. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. John, scold TT. Can you see me, right? Like, you can see me, right? Tell me, what is wrong with this picture? Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. It must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision, whatever, once already this evening. Yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you can catch a neighbor's signal. That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember, and dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Okay. John hit Kruxtruder with sledgehammer. Oh yeah, no, he's fucking readying it up. Need some help? Pick up the sledgehammer. Oh, he was struggling. Okay. I thought she used the tub, by the way, or maybe that was someone else. 4:13. And it's counting down. What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure out some of this stuff out there. To figure out this stuff. To figure this stuff out. Ugh. Hold while I read further. Okay. All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game, true. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some Kruxite. John turned wheel again. You extrude one Kruxite dowel. Yeah, Kruxite. Did it cut? No, it didn't. Okay, it's getting closer though. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped underneath the Kruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you are going to need this card too. Deploy pre-punched card. John, get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maimed the Harlequin doll. Capture like fanciful Harlequins. And more. Just cutting them up. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. In addition, useless freight. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. They're talking in like random symbols. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay. Well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. TT drop mained Harlequin into kernel sprite. There we go. Now he's speaking in jester tones. I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook. That was only tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time to do this asinine tomfoolery. this unmitigated poppycock? Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The alchemeter? Try to learn the lingo. John, use the pre-punch card in the alchemeter. There is no slot for the card anywhere to be found on the alchemeter. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. Explore Athenium, whatever. Perfectly generic object. Acquiring a Cruxite Dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. Capture log telescope. And you just launched your PDA. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned from into the yard over the neighbor's fence. John, put Cruxite on weird pattern on alchemeter. John, put Cruxite on weird pattern on alchemeter. You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemeter's small pedestal. Something is happening, and it's reading it. The alchemeter, you set the alchemeter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look at your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. It's a fucking meteor, yo. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high five Colonel Sprite. You figure you left him hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rocking blue raspberry gushers. However, units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. TT, revise bathroom. John, run into your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. Answer chums. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know, maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely the walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow, how fascinating! If the meteor is the game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and to try and solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is It is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar. While it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die. And then, of course, it's fucking him. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beatery sort of way. Also, I hope you'd appreciate how many no-talent douches and had their mutts on the bunny before you. It's likely a grubby batten in some huge douchebag marathon. Baton, sorry. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburb and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for what? And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horse shit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a huge asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up. Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island. They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it really means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh, yeah. How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh, shit. Or, fuck. Oh, shit. Fucking. Or how big is it? It's the size of New York, sir. Oh, shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well, it's that big, sir. Sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by the planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyways, later. John used pre-punch card on a totem lave. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now we're making progress. Though it's kind of slow, You slip the pre-punch card into the slot on the totem lave. Above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lave. It's cool. John, take crux sight to totem lave. Why isn't he glowing? Why is he all like just like one singular color? Also, what is he doing? This is kind of confusing to look at. Not gonna lie. Anyways, cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite doll you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. The perfect crime. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. Use Cruxite dowel on totem lave. You clamp the Cruxite to the lave. Activate the lave. Nice. Bowl. The lave curves one totem. You take the totem. Oh yeah, we're getting there fast. All right, I use the lave to make this blue shapey thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again. Hello? Connection lost. 2 minutes and you're stuck in a room. And now it's no longer about John. Now it's about this fucking young lady instead. But yeah, we're starting to get there like really super quickly, but I think what we should try and do is because we're on page 214 and we are fucking making way, and I kind of want to get back to drawing here, so I'm thinking what we should do here is oh man, it's gonna be a minute and a half, but I think we should call it a break for reading and come back. Like I would say after we draw some more for our guy. So yeah, and in the meantime, we can definitely listen to some jams while we're doing that. Calling me surprised, I still have yet to see anybody else come and join on in. But yeah, we will change our sources around here while we are doing this. But I also feel like we should definitely... Hold on a second. Do not play anything or I'm going to be mad. Oh, okay. Oh, we're good. All right. Yeah, I will move our sources around here.
That's strange. Why isn't it letting me, like, change it around for a second? There we go. I will change around the sources for a minute while we're doing this. And then, I think what I'm going to do is I think I will be back after I go grab me some, like, some food and whatnot. Maybe some, like, ramen or something. Because my stomach is, like, it's gonna kill my ass if I don't eat something right now. I might actually have some chips. That could probably satiate it for now. But let's see. Yeah, change the window capture to... Where is it? Get over here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I can fix that. There we go. Bad. Bad window. We can just kind of slightly increase it. Keep it over here. And then again, we'll just get back to our thing. I think I do have some chips. That might actually satiate what I got for a minute. Oh yeah, lucky me. I do have some chips. We can just work with that for now. It'll save me the trip and the time and any other BS. But yeah, what a perfect opportunity though too to also just bring up some stuff as well while I'm doing this. But give me a second, we'll stop streaming that, and then we will share my other screen instead, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. There you go. Yeah, we could talk a bit for this while we're doing this. Honestly, kind of crazy, but as we're getting closer to the end of this year, and kind of seeing stuff for what it is, let me be honest with you. I'm kind of hoping Homestuck doesn't continue. Like, I'm actually hoping it kind of fails and that it doesn't get the attraction. Because it's such a, like, a... it doesn't translate well from, like, that medium as a whole. It works if you're doing, like comic dub stuff, right? But as for everything else, no, it just doesn't work. It's, like, badly translated. And then it also kind of doesn't help either that, that the entire thing, it runs through so much of what we just read in, like, fucking minutes. But what a perfect opportunity, too, because I am recording this, and this is, since we're here doing this is actually a perfect opportunity, too. So let's take a side tangent for a minute while we're doing this. So I'm going to turn off this window for a second. We will bring it back. Obviously in the recording you won't see it, or not here in the stream, but you'll see in just a second. But let's pop this up for a second. Since we did just read through the entire thing, this is like the perfect opportunity to look at this. The only thing I have to say is I love the voice acting. Again, it's really good. But I still can't get over that little factoid, that little problem that is that the translation to it is just, it's not enough. 11 minutes is like literally cutting down a federal fucking process that was it. Like, this is like eating rich cake, right? This is like eating a cake. It's big, it's a lot, it's like fulfilling. This is like eating fries. It's too fast, it's too quick. It's full of punch and flavor, like a lot, but it's just too fast. Doesn't work. But yeah, hold on 1 second here. All right. There's even some stuff in here that's a bit spoilery from like what we're doing already, but it's stuff that you'll eventually come to figure out down the road. So yeah, I mean, we're not missing much. I just want to make sure the audio and everything is all checked because I mean we're gonna be doing this. But yeah, I will mute personally. I think I already did mute in call. Yeah, I did. All right, apologies. I had to re-explain real quick. In case actually there's nobody even in chat. What am I even doing? Fuck that. But yeah, I guess for recording's sake, I am going to pretty much just play it, let it out all on its like nice little 11 minutes while I do some doodle shit because I've already seen the pilot, and you know, obviously I don't give a shit, but yeah, we'll just let it run its business, and then yeah, we'll just see from there.
A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. This is, Zoo-Smell Poop Lord.
It's John, actually. John Egbert.
Zoo-Smell Poop Lord. A classic teenage boy that enjoys classic teenage boy things like playing video games, programming computers, poorly, researching paranormal lore, watching terrible movies, and aspiring to be a magician. You know, classic boy stuff.
John, happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, Dave.
So, tell me what insane loot you got.
Well, Dad went on another one of his baking rampages, so the house is full of fucking cakes again. But on the bright side, it looks like he got me a sweet new movie poster. Stupid tape. Ah, holy shit!
Oh, let me guess. Another 1980s abomination for your dog shit collection?
Little fucking monsters!
Jesus Christ, I stand corrected. Old man really came through.
I have to put this up immediately. Let's see what I got around here. Is it? Okay. Hammer. What about nail?
Ah, the Sylladex. Every player has one. A great tool
Shut
for
up.
storing, combining, and
Mute.
stacking items. This Sylladex uses a stack modus, so be careful not to stack too much, or you risk losing the item at the bottom of your captcha log deck.
Mute!
Dude, is that the narrator? You haven't turned it off yet?
He's usually not this talkative.
Also, stack modus? That's too fucking basic. It's an inventory management crisis waiting to happen. My bro set me up with HashMap. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, switch the, modus thingo.
Look, at least arm yourself. Not with those creepy fake arms you got. Pop some kind of weapon in your stripe specibus.
Alright, specibus. And done. Hey, it freed up some space.
Nice. What sick weapon did you choose?
Well, I only had a hammer, so...
Hammer guy for life!
Wait,
Hope
what?
you like hammers, dude. Fucking classic. Egbert blunders into a mid-ass weapon for the rest of his damn life.
Yeah, well, joke's on you. I fucking love hammers.
Oh shit, I actually forgot the whole point of calling you other than the day of your birth.
Hammer.
Did the beta come yet?
Shit. Ugh. Hang on, I can check.
Oh, how's it not arrived yet? I got 2 copies, but it's not like I'm gonna play them though. Did you see it got slammed in Game Bro magazine?
Game Bro's a joke, and you know it. Ah, damn it. Looks like my dad's back. I'll call you later. I'm gonna have to sneak down.
Word. Let me know when you get the beta so I can keep being too cool to play it with you. Later.
Whoa. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Aww.
Hello, John. I understand you've recently come into the possession of the Game of the Year as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
Oh, hey, Rose, and no, not yet. Dave's a filthy fucking liar. I don't know you listen to him.
Sorry, John. I just lose all sense of composure when I catch the slightest glimpse of his PFP in my DMs.
What?
Oh, please, John. The hair, the shades, the irony poisoning. Let's not pretend you're immune to his aura.
Okay, look. I'm not saying bro is hard on the eyes or anything, and we all have our moments of weakness, but... shit! What was I saying?
I think you are about to confess something to me, John.
Ah! Okay, shut the fuck up. You're making me blow my stealth mission. My dad could be around any one of these corners with a fucking cake or another upsetting clown present. I can't be too careful.
John, you're not wearing one of your silly disguises, are you?
No, of course not.
That's a relief. It would be a shame to make a fool of yourself in front of a distinguished gentleman such as your father.
Rose, what do you take me for? Some sort of fucking jester? This is serious business.
Why don't you just go ask your dad for the game?
For the same reason you don't just go ask your mom for shit. Ah, damn it!
Touché.
Okay, I'm gonna try my luck at the mailbox, and it better not be empty.
And what if it is?
Then I'll shove my hand so far up its metal ass, the Postmaster General himself will feel the tingly touch of my probing magician's fingertips.
What?
Oh, and Rose, I'm literally wearing perhaps the silliest disguise ever right now, and have been this entire time. Ha ha! Bye, sucker!
Goodbye, John.
Hey, John, happy birthday! Did you get my package yet?
Hey, Jade, I'm literally outside right now, checking the empty mailbox.
John, are you still there? I can't hear anything. Hello?
The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or, say, a blundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your...
Narration!
Jeez, John. And you guys say I'm spacey?
Sorry, what were we,
Did you get my present?
Oh, right. Okay, I think I can see it. A green package, right? But it's locked in my dad's car. Great.
That's it! I'm so glad it arrived! Let me know when you open it. Until then, what have you been up to today?
I think my Spur beta arrived, but my dad probably has it. I've been trying to avoid him, as you can well imagine.
I sure can. It sounds like the game I play with my grandpa sometimes. And what's this about Spurb? Is it a game or something?
I thought you knew about it. Jade, are you messing with me again? Never mind. I don't know really, but Rose and I wanted to play. Aha! I knew he had it.
Oh, it sounds fun. What was that?
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna go check it out, though. Good luck with your game.
All right, just be careful, okay?
I will. Bye, John.
Dude, did you get the title drop yet?
What?
Title drop.
Dude, what the fuck are you even...
For fuck's sake, don't tell me you missed the fucking title drop. You gotta pay attention to this shit. Did Jade knock you off your game with her Space Cadet BS?
Dave, I don't have time for your vaguely ironic horse shit. I
got my title drop with haste, bro. Up at the crack of dawn, early bird and all that. Just looked up at the sky, boom, there she fucks. Felt mad significant. Gave me a hella jolt of protag syndrome. Not that I'ma be the hero of this bitch. That's all you, bestie.
You're such a piece of shit. Can you just
Look
tell
in
me...
the sky, numbnuts!
The fuck is that? No, not that. What's that? finally got my beta, guys. With a lot of trouble, thanks for asking. Cover looks pretty lame. Hey, what if I just didn't play it?
Yeah, well, I'm not playing it. LOL, not even ironically.
John, please install it with alacrity.
Ignore Dave, John. You should play! There are so many cool adventures we get to go on together.
When you say it like that, Jade, it sounds like you know the future.
There we have it. I like destroyed my chips as fast as I could while doing that. But yeah. You can tell that there was a lot of different stuff that was changed as a result of it. The animation's nice, so obviously being updated. Again, like I said before, there's like a lot that had been changed and done with. It ran through a lot of what we had already just witnessed. So, like, personally, we are ahead. We are definitely ahead in terms of reading. And that was like an hour's worth of reading in comparison to just fucking, what was that, 11 minutes? Yeah, 11 minutes and like 32 seconds of just watching shit. Oh, it's like some shit afterwards. Let's take a look at this.
That's it? One line?
Nice. There you have it. But yeah, we'll go on ahead and change it out for a second. I didn't draw because obviously I think the screen would have just doled out if I did. But yeah. There you have it. That is the official pilot that they have for it. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all either because of the way that it's done. Like how it is. But yeah, I would say the writing is not the writing is not the best in my opinion. Accidentally fucking clicked out, but don't worry, the stream will the recording will still keep it going. But yeah, it's not the best. It could be better. It could be better. But yeah, personally speaking, I don't see the appeal of it anymore because to me it was like trying to move. Like I said, it was something I'm used to this, right? For a first chapter or whatever, like it going through pretty damn quickly, I'd say it was pretty fast. It's pretty good for how fast it's moving. I don't necessarily agree though with it because it's the one, like I said, the subject matter or the way that it works doesn't ring off, it doesn't ring off as good as the original stuff because like I said, it's supposed to be something that you read, right? So the best way to make it work in that sort of case, if you're going to make it do, is play it off slower, make it feel like a Harry Potter kind of thing, embellish the details and whatnot. The narration shouldn't even have been acknowledged at all throughout the entire thing, so it's kind of funny that it does get acknowledged. And it's, you know, it's kind of cringy in my opinion. I don't like the way that it is. Also, why are all the people fucking... They're like cussing a lot more. Because like, again, John is supposed to be kind of sterile a bit, like compared to his other friends. I think Dave is probably the only one who cusses a shit ton. I know that the others do cuss, like there is some cussing by the other members. But it's not as heavy as it would be for like John or Rose. Not even Jade. Actually, no, John and Jade technically, because I think Rose does it, but only to like make fun of. So it feels a tad bit strange to see it like kind of end up that way. But yeah, at least we're getting content, I guess, for it, but it's not like I said, it's not something that I would like to see because it's not done right, in my opinion. They went by it so fucking fast. Just so fast. Oh, god damn it. Fucking, I clicked the back button and then I end up back on the same video. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it just kind of ends up being a little bit, it feels like a bit of a waste. There's so much more to this that would be like done so perfectly if it didn't feel so rushed. But yeah, we'll keep reading. We'll do a favor with it. I might actually avoid doing more of the reading because I do want to upload the Homosuck Chronicles, in which I'm literally went into the drama beforehand. Because like I said, I don't necessarily like how Andrew Hussey has been approaching his own thing for a while. I think obviously he is like a dickhead, so like don't get me wrong, he knows what he's doing. But personally speaking, we're gonna look at the situation. He didn't need to do some of the stuff that he has been doing to some of its like creators. Like I said, Giovanni in specific, he went through a lot of unnecessary BS just from what he reported. And again, it seems like it's pretty strong evidence to suggest that that's the case, especially with the way that Andrew Hussey hasn't produced anything about it. So I think he kind of knows that it would just be like a sinking ship or lost cause. You know, smart book to play because we don't actually know other than just mostly, you know, like up in the air scenarios. But we can say from just Giovanni's perspective that it is very fucked up to see what they've been doing. And it makes me very, like, livid that they would do that. Specifically, Andrew Hussey, of all people, would do the things that he does. Especially to, a thing, like the unofficial Homestuck collection. Which, again, it's non-profit, so there's no money being made from it. It's purely passion. And there's, honestly, almost, like, nothing in terms of... I would say, other than just like pure passion, there's nothing in terms of money being made as a result of it. So it's kind of strange to see him take such a negative, like to look at it with such a negative view, as if it's a detriment to his like legacy, when in reality it's like, this is a product that's been around for a while. This makes no sense that you even are looking at it with any kind of negative intent, or that you're looking at it like only to make money from it, which is another thing I also don't like, because it seemed like he wanted to do something with it to revise the website, or, you know, doing whatever. When in reality, it's like, you could have easily have done this yourself. You're a computer tech, like you're a website fucking whiz. I don't understand why you're taking the lazy way out and like making somebody else do the work for you. You fucking dumbass. The only reason this guy even made, or Giovanni made the fucking shit in the first place, was because your website was a broken piece of shit for years. And you did nothing to fix it. Nothing. But I'd rather leave a lot of that sort of discussion and extra detail to... Yeah, I'd rather leave that extra detail to that, to the thing that we did as a result of it. It's just another addition or a part of something I wish I didn't know, but it's kind of important that I do, because it does put a big context, or it does put a lot of perspective on what has happened to it. I also know for a fact that fucking they've updated Homestuck Squared now. So there's actually more reading material, though I'm not interested in reading it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably never going to read that piece of shit, because it's just not the same. It is a fan fiction. It is absolutely a fan fiction. Hence the reason I'm just probably never going to be, like, interested in reading it. And it's just because the epilogue put such a bad taste in my mouth. Like, the way that these characters, like, carry themselves and do shit, this feels so much less than, like, the writing does not feel good. It kind of reminds me of, like, the trash-ass writing that fucking filthy dickheads online write. Like, fucking, what do you call them? Fanfic writers, basically. It's a fan fiction at this point. It's so fucking stupid. It's nice, like, at times to think frivolous, you know, thoughts at times, but just not with this. Like, there's an entire history behind it, and just watching it over time slowly become worse and worse and worse is so sad. That's why I'd, like, would love to remember it in its fond times, like, in its nice memories like this. That's the only time I ever want to remember this. And that's the only time I ever want to be, like, a part of it, is just when it was good. Nowadays, I just don't ever want to see the rest of it. The fan fictions are bad. Or the I'm just gonna call them fan fictions because it's what it is. Yeah, the epilogues are just bad. I could fucking do this one part. Yeah, the epilogues are bad. The people who wrote the continued, like, Homestuck Squared, it's not the people in particular. Actually, it is, because technically they're responsible for it. They're not writing anything interesting, so it's not good. And then, of course, characters doing things that just are upsetting, too, is another reason why I don't like it. Like, oh my goodness. I'd love to get into it, because I don't know, but I also kind of want to just savor the flavor for anybody out there who wants to actually get into it. So, I'm going to just pretense right now, I'm going to just say this. Spoiler warning now at this point, because I'm getting into nerd territory, and I would rather anybody who wants to watch this legitimately, or, you know, read it on your own legitimately, to go do that right now. So your warning has been given. 10-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2, and we're now at spoiler cast, or spoiler, we're in the spoilery part of the video, but there are characters that have a long history of being involved in the story, and they have had a lot of pre-established thoughts and feelings about other characters, and it's very strange to see them abandon those pre-established things, all for the sake of, we want to see character do thing, by writer's choice. So, like, for example, there are two characters, you're going to meet them very shortly, but one of them is Terezi, and the other one is, you already saw him, John. But John and Terezi do not like each other. Like, Terezi specifically does not like John. John finds Terezi to be annoying, but, like, in a prankstery sort of way, he has some respect, because she does do stuff in a way that makes him, like, feel that way. But he doesn't like her in the same sense. So it feels strange to see these two characters, when they're on the brink of death in the epilogue, straight up just decide, fuck it, let's just, you know, make out and fuck in your dad's, like, car or whatever in space. You'll figure it out whenever you decide to go look into it, but beside the point. The characters have a pre-established history of not liking each other in that way, so it's strange to see these two characters choosing to fuck in this weird way when there's no reason for it. And similarly, so there's another two set of characters, again, who have no rhyme or reason for ever feeling the way that they do towards each other, but decide to fuck. Like, there's a lot of characters who decide to just fuck each other, like fuck butts, you know, the entire time, and you're just like, these characters, this makes no fucking sense. This character has no reason, or has expressed no explicit reason to ever want to do this with this character. Why is this character doing this? And you kind of feel like that a lot of the times with a lot of the characters. Because you're like, okay, why is this guy doing this? Why is this guy doing this? And it's pretty much the epilogue. You're asking more questions than getting answers. And it kind of feels like a mess. It feels like a massive, massive mess. It does not fucking feel good at all. So to me, it's just like, what am I even watching anymore? This isn't even the thing I came here to see anymore. I don't want to see this. This doesn't feel the same way as I remember it. And it clearly isn't. This is a insult to the original as a whole, and they did not do anything to reassure me in that sort of sense. It's even funnier too, because if anybody remembers how this game first fucking started, or, you know, me in this case, since I'm gonna remind everybody, this was like a back and forth between the creator and his readers. So a lot of the subject matter and stuff that he would bring up or say or do or whatever came from other people's responses all the time. So for them to start off the epilogues, these epilogues, with this whole, you know, what, like, the fucking, I'm gonna say another spoiler, I'm gonna ruin the characters because it's already spoilery as shit, but yeah, like when it starts off with Dirk Strider and then trying to play off the same way that it first started with, like, Dirk Strider, what are you going to do? You know, how do, what are you going to do now? That kind of thing, like what they did with John, right? Only to turn around and then just be like, stop making Homestuck. Like, that's literally everybody's response. They asked for the popular response, and that was what everybody said. And they're like, screw that, we're going to continue making Homestuck. You can't stop us. Like, here comes the story. And, you know, people being the way that they are, they're like, okay, well, then if you're going to make Homestuck, you better make it good, because we're not going to waste our time with this nonsense if you're just going to be piss-ads about the whole thing. So they not only insulted everybody for doing it, like, that's my interpretation, by the way, for reading that panel, but not only did they just insult everybody right at the beginning with the whole, you know, we're not going to listen to you anymore, we gave you your shot, here's what we're going to do now. But, you know, insulting them, calling them, like, fucking crybabies and shit. Only to eventually turn around and then get fucking harassed off the internet because people were like, this is so lame. This is an insult. A legitimate insult to what we know of Homestuck. This is nonsense. And people were right, because guess what? The epilogue went fucking nowhere. It explained nothing, and it didn't tie up any loose ends. It just added more questions, and it made it fucking worse when we got Homestuck squared with, again, kind of turning into a big fat nothing burger with only ever asking more questions, and then of course seeing more ridiculous shit added to the series that's not necessary. Like, I'm sorry, one of the worst additions in the entire thing, which again, it's not the addition of other characters coming into the story, but it's certain characters being added for no rhyme or reason, or not explaining until the last second. For example, Yiffy Longstocking. That is I'm not kidding you, that is an actual character's name, and it is an absolute insult to this character as a whole. There is supposed to be this whole big-ass explanation as to what happened, with some not-so-savory aforementioned bits and pieces to the whole mix, but all you really need to know is that this character was definitely conceived through suspicious means, and again, only existed in the state of which they did through, again, questionable means by the characters, which makes me more or less angry at these versions of the characters, because they wouldn't do this shit, but I guess they do now, so it's like almost character assassination in a very strange way. And then just, again, it just keeps getting worse. I don't want to keep dissing on it, because I know it's not, like, I know there's some people who like it, but it's hard to fucking like something that just keeps insulting your intelligence and then insulting these characters that have been legacy characters from the start, right? Insulting some of your favorite long-standing characters with this nonsense that just makes you question more and more about the writer's choices for doing what they do. And it just, I don't know, it makes me really sad, because to me it's like, I wish these characters didn't act the way that they did, but the only reason they do is because the writers are making them do this. This isn't their choice. Like, it's purely the choice of other people making these decisions. And then finally, the last thing that pisses me off, fucking trigger warnings. When the fuck did we go back to like, where, do you know there's a contextual reason that you could definitely add trigger warnings and make it interesting in a tasteful manner, but then it's unironically trigger warnings. You know, it's even funny because Andrew Hussey makes fun of him with another character who is supposed to be an insult to the kinds of people that do that shit. So it's even more silly to see them unironically do it in this, where it's like, it's almost
feverish in its like turnaround, where it's like 1 second you're watching him make fun of these kinds of people because he finds them annoying, and then I'm not even kidding you, within like fucking panels and panels and panels later down the road, like in the super future, now you have those kinds of people writing your stories, writing the like carrying on the legacy of your story. What an insult. What an actual insult to the readers. People who could understand where you were coming from through your comedy or through what you were doing. And now you're just like, no, those are the people who are writing it now. These annoying archetypes that were made fun of back in the day because they obviously were fucking annoying. And they still are to this day, by the way. They still are annoying. And I find it even funnier because now we're watching this transpire, and it's just, I don't know. I don't have anything to say other than it looks annoying to read now, and I don't want to read it. And I hope it dies. I hope it doesn't go anywhere, or I hope that if it does actually do anything, like, you know, bring back the good shit. Stop wasting everyone's fucking time. That's all I can really say. Because that's all that those, like, first half of the panels were. There's also another thing that I have to bring up, too, for the newer shit, and that's, microtransactions, right? So, and this is the thing I don't think anybody should do. Never give Andrew Hussey your money. Don't even give What Pumpkin your money. They ruined it before in the past by taking the large amount of money that was donated to them and then doing, like, fuck all with it. And then just, again, squandering it even more and more and more, ruining it, and just choosing to do nothing. And then maybe making, like, a worthless product at the end. Like, they made a game, but it's not as good, and it didn't even go anywhere. And it still hasn't, by the way, either. They could have totally been working on it, but it's just a dead project that they refuse to continue. And then, of course, here we are now, and it's still never been touched. Never even bothered to continue doing it or working with it. Because they're too busy now working with fucking Spindlehorse to do anything about it. But yeah, like I said, it's just sad is all I can say. It makes me sad because it's such a waste of potential and time for something as lame as fucking this entire grandiose story of such that people have, like, grown up and saw while, you know, being on the internet. I mean, for fuck's sake, you crashed Newgrounds like twice, you dumbasses. And yet, you don't even have the same pickup power anymore because you just fucking can't even bother to respect the people that gave it to you in the first place. That's all it would take. Just get off your fucking high horses and just, you know, respect your fucking, respect the people that made you who you are today. That's it. But no, it's never gonna happen, and Andrew Hussey is a fucking clown now, so that doesn't surprise me. I will never not stop pissing on fucking Andrew Hussey's legacy because I just find it so stupid that he chose to be so selfish with the way that he handles his work now. People like his work. People still like his work. They just wish he didn't do this shit, that's all. And he can easily fix it too. He just has to stop being a dickhead. He just needs to stop thinking for himself. But yeah, sorry I'm not, like, saying anything for this, like, little segment. I was listening to the music, and again, I'm trying to, you know, do all of this.
It's so funny. It's the same problem with, like, fucking Sega with some of its Sonic material, right? Some of it, not all of it. There is still some good Sonic stuff there, so let's not completely diss on it, right? But, like, the fans know how to make good Sonic games, while Sega is still sitting here kind of twiddling around their thumbs, like, not really doing a whole lot. I'm glad they don't get pissed at the fans for making fan games, like Andrew Hussey fucking clearly is, but it is still sad that they can't, like, Sega can't get their shit straight by, like, fan projects that are doing a far better, like, they're doing so much better work than what Sega is doing, which they're just, my opinion, I feel like they're being lazy and they're not trying, or that they're spending their time on things that are not as important or good. Like, I mean, for fuck's sake, I think we're still waiting on that whole new Jet Set Radio thing that's supposed to be coming out. Though I'm not going to lie, I doubt anything of it is going to happen. It didn't look like anything was going to happen. So, I mean, that's still up in the air. But yeah, this entire time, by the way, even now, we are still listening to Homestuck tracks. So this is a Homestuck. All of this is still Homestuck tracks. It's good stuff. But yeah, personally, I don't know. I feel like Sega's got its thumb up its own ass, and it's just kind of hurting itself at the end of the day by not trying to do anything that it could do. Like, trying to replicate the styles of stuff that makes, you know, Sega, like, the proper execution that people want to see Sega take for their stuff. Like, again, if anyone's ever seen, I think it's Sonic Oasis. I have to take a look at it. It's a fan game, old fan game. I think it was ran on, like, Unity at the time. I think it's still around. I think people can still find it. But it had an amazing soundtrack. The moving style was great. It only had one demo level from what I saw, so the project was clearly not continued. And I haven't heard news of it either, so I don't know if it'll ever come back. I hope it does, because that'll be really cool to see that project continue. But the movement and everything for it was it was so brilliant. It's so sad to see it, like, not continue, or that it just stopped out of the blue. And I think it might have been because maybe the creator lost passion, or something else may have happened. But hopefully, if, you know, we eventually come back to it and time continues on, like, hopefully we will get a chance to get it all back, you know? So I'm gonna cut the cheek around here a bit, because I kind of want the hair to loop. Maybe, actually, no, maybe not. We'll be fine. It's kind of crazy, though, too, that we're getting all of these guys out of the woodworks for this whole pilot animation of shit. Like, for example, John the entire time is actually fucking Toby Fox, you know, fellow other friend slash, you know, creator of other interesting shit. And don't get me wrong, I think it's nice or interesting, but really, I don't know. I'm on the same page with some of the way that people have been thinking. Like, I feel like Toby shouldn't be involved this much with some of these creators, because some of them are very controversial, in my opinion, and definitely are not nice people. But, I don't know. If you want to be involved with the Grand Poobah or a fucking Homosuck be my guest, I guess. I don't know why I'm just like, I have nothing nice to say about Andrew anymore. It's just become so brittle, fucking bitter. That's what I meant to say. I would love to say nice things about the guy because he did make an amazing thing at the end of the day. But there's just something so bittersweet seeing the product end up, or not product, the creation of what he made back in the day turn into something so horrible by his own hands. Like, those people are not uniquely or quantifiably the same person that they used to be, and it's kind of sad to see that go. Because there was something good here that got thrown away, I guess, for himself. And that's what makes me kind of sad, is I wish that never left, or that guy never disappeared or became the way that he did. But that sort of stuff would never... I guess that sort of stuff can never not stop. It was always bound to happen eventually at some point. It was either him being gone completely or just... we were going to get some shittier version of him down the road. Happens with everybody. You're always bound to get some shitty version of the thing. I just wish it stuck to a fanfic, and then it just never continued past that point. So people could just, like, look at it and just laugh at it for not being official. But it's so sad to see that not be the case, where it's like, you're condoning this level of writing, this almost character assassination of some of your most beloved characters that people have literally cherished for years and years and years. Hell, you even have people who have cosplayed them for years and fucking, you know, done shit as them. Like, just all of this shit. Voice acting, whatnot. This is so disrespectful to the very source material that you've had for years, and to not have it be carried out in such a way anymore is just kind of sad. Seeing it in, like, retrospect of these, like, yeah, just seeing all of these characters that I've known and loved no longer be the thing that I remember them being is so sad. I mean, I guess with, like, the way that the legacy is being carried out with the pilot, I guess we get to kind of relive it, though I'm not gonna lie, it's probably going to end up being a waste, because they might just keep assassinating the character even further down the road to keep fulfilling that, like, future narrative of such with the way that they want to do it. Though I'm hoping that if it carries out that way, I'm hoping it just ends there. Like I don't want to see any more of this pathetic writing done by these losers who can't fucking leave their mom's basement for 10 seconds. Go outside and just see the world. But I don't actually know if that's even the case at all either, with the way that I guess they're carrying out something right now, though I don't know how good it is. It probably is good. I don't fucking know. I stopped caring after what they did with the epilogue, and then, of course, some of the chapters afterwards. It's just, I don't know. It put a bad taste in my mouth, and now I don't see it as Homestuck anymore. Even though it's wearing the title with such a ghoulish fucking... It's wearing it with such ghoulish pride. This is my opinion, is that people can fucking challenge it though too. I'm fine with people like disagreeing though too. There's probably some merit to it. I don't know. I'd like to believe there is, but it's hard to believe when you've watched something that you've like loved for so long and then get so blatantly disrespected and kind of thrown aside. Like, I don't know, take someone who likes let's just say, not, I was about to say Final Fantasy, but that's let's say, no, Halo's already a good example of that, but, I'm trying to think of something, like another franchise that's still considered beloved to this day, and then just seeing what modern day bullshit does to it. I guess we just stick with Halo as an example. Like I said, it's really, really sad to see a beloved franchise that was, you know, that's had so many years of progress, history, not progress, but a fucking story, has so much love and history behind it, get treated so disgustingly in today's day and age because of the way that the new aged company writers on it, how it's so corporate now that there isn't any love behind it anymore. That's what makes me the most sad about it. Because it's no longer about, you know, it's no longer about making a game and having fun with it. Or trying to make fun, or have fun, yeah, trying to make something that's fun for everyone. Now it's just this. It's this disgusting bullshit now. It's really hard to justify it. And it kind of feels the same way here with Homestuck, where it's just something that we've all grown to love on the internet and then get treated so horribly, and now we're stuck with this final product that didn't at the time, by the way. I don't know if they stopped doing it, but it didn't care about its user base so much to the point where it was like, please, not even please, it was buy our shit to read important story details and extra panels, which, by the way, turned into even more dumbass shit because it was just more disgusting shipping shit. So just more character assassination to make you more upset. Don't think I didn't notice that one too, where you were rewriting characters to just be gay so you can have them kiss on screen the way you want them to. Like, so many fucking... It was just so many unnecessary ships and additional stuff that just didn't need to happen, is what made me so sad seeing it, because it was like, these characters are not gay. They've never been gay. It's strange to see them fucking acting this way now. Like, actively choosing to be this way from, like, this new story perspective. And it's all being greenlit. That's fine. This is what they wanted. So it's just even more stupid is the best way to put it. It's just watching something that I've always loved turn into a bigger shit show. But yeah, I don't know I don't know how to feel about all of it anymore. Yeah, I kind of want to, like I said, not even like I said, sorry, let me reiterate, or even say at all, my bad, I haven't even said shit, I want to finish some of my work here with these guys. And then once it's all said and done, we will carry on future projects. And commission work will be obviously available a lot more. But right now, at the moment, this is where it's at. This is where I'm doing a commission into. But once I'm done with this, obviously keep advertising and seeing if people want to buy some of my works. Like I said, you can come onto my Discord. That's where I do most of my work now, is through that, like a channel, the commission section or art section. You can just request it there. We can talk details, talk shop, and if any of you are interested in any of it, the listings and whatnot will be there, as well as some of the rules, because again, I do not want to draw certain stuff. You know how crazy people can be sometimes, especially from an online perspective. Kind of crazy, but some of the music in here is like kind of like inflicts or invokes a feeling of just wonder and isolation, or maybe even just like doom sometimes, and I like it. Just a lot of stuff that I like about it. Having to like also see some of the stuff that's here. Or knowing stuff that I do know from like this entire thing is gonna be crazy. There is so much stuff to this. Like I said, it is super rich, full of flavor. Like there's so much storytelling. It's kind of insane that he would go to this length with it. But at the same time, I'm also not surprised either, because if anybody ever saw Problem Sleuth, it was insane back then too. Like there were, I would say, a great deal of things to that whole ass story. I think the ears might be sticking out a bit too much. Like ogre ears, kinda. Can probably fix that. Doesn't have to be like this. I don't know why I bothered with that shit. Yeah, I was gonna say we could definitely do this. Like, not you, but let's see here. Hmm. Been like working on this bastard and I'm still having trouble. Ugh. Let's take a look what we got here. It's been about 2 hours, almost 3. So yeah, you know what? After explaining all this, we will get back to it here. I would say next time, later down the road when we're doing this shit, I will, let's see. We will actually just continue this tomorrow, same time. So, yeah, we'll continue this same time tomorrow. We will probably continue reading while I do some more drawing. And then I will probably try to upload the video right now to YouTube. But yeah, in case anybody on YouTube ever catches this, hi, you missed out on an entire stream. We do streams here in Discord now until my internet is better and that I am capable of doing it back on Twitch. So, I guess, what would it be? Actually, you know what? No. Tomorrow, because I didn't do this on Monday like I said I would. Yeah, because I completely destroyed myself for the 14th, and then again on the 15th, like, was like, you know, didn't really want to do anything, but here I am now. So, what we're going to do is, for technically tomorrow, because we're not going to do it today, I don't think, we are going to do a movie stream instead. So we'll watch 2 movies. So, if no one wants to miss out on that, come on in, and maybe you can even help sway by helping me decide what movies we should watch for tonight. Until then, I'm gonna leave that option to whoever. I will upload this video today, if it even finishes uploading in time. And finally, I'll probably continue doing commissions and Homestuck throughout the rest of this week until we are officially finished with Homestuck. So next time, it'll be pure reading is what we're going to do. We're just going to shove reading up our ass for the next time around. Because I really want to get to the next chapter, since we're not even there yet, I don't even think. But yeah, you guys will see how fast things are going to start going here shortly. So, anyways, thank you all for joining. I'm going to bounce. I will continue drawing and maybe even planning the future of our, endeavors as next year comes approaching fastly. So yeah. You all have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, night. Come back again in tomorrow, probably same time, to come see what movie we're going to be watching then. So yeah, peace.